Aspire Oxford is a local charity that wears many hats but works primarily in addressing social issues of deprivation, inequality related to homelessness. They have housing projects. They offer services to help people who have had barriers to employment to get back into work and help them to train and reskill. Working with prison leavers, people who are going through drug and alcohol rehab, people who've experienced homelessness in the past or who are at risk of becoming homeless. They also have a social enterprise of recruitment agency called Hire to Inspire, which places candidates in roles like your traditional recruitment outfit. But the difference is that the candidates will be people who have faced barriers to employment before, and once they're placed in these roles, they have wraparound support, which means that they're not, placed in a job and then kind of hands off, good luck with it all. They have that wraparound support for several months afterwards to really give them the best chances of success in that. So my role in Aspire is I'm the Team Oxford coordinator. So my project looks at helping employers to set up employee volunteering programs. So it's about encouraging them to set up schemes where their employees are given work time to be able to volunteer with charities within Oxfordshire. It's about giving back time, giving their time to non-profit organisations for the benefit of our local communities, which is really exciting. At Aspire, equity is really about meeting people where they're at and getting to know the person on where they're coming from, what their experiences are, and meeting them there. And that means, we work with people, with communities in Oxfordshire with all different diverse backgrounds. And that's really important. And it's important also that our staff, colleagues, they're also representative of those communities that we work with. So we have a high proportion, just under half of our colleagues are people that fall under our definition of people with lived experience of the issues that are akin to the ones that we support our clients with. And that's a really important part of Aspire's identity. Aspire's doing some really amazing work there's so many people that they support throughout the year. I think it's into the four figures now of people that they support, but people that have come from being homeless and then being supported into accommodation and supported in their journey to then being able to move on and out into their own accommodation and into employment. It's hard to nail down just down to one single thing, because they help so many people through difficult parts of their lives potentially, and it's really about all of those. Sometimes these can be seen as like small kind of wins, but you put them all together and it creates some really big outcomes, I guess. It's hard to nail it down to one. Especially during the pandemic, the work of Aspire really, just like everyone else, had to adapt and become more nimble and responsive to the needs of our communities. So a great example would be the Getting Oxfordshire Online project, which Aspire is a part of a partnership project with other local organisations, but that's about helping get people who otherwise didn't have access to a digital device and data. They take laptops that have been donated, they do them up, get them up to spec, and then we'll redistribute them to schools and people who otherwise didn't have these devices to then get them online, because as we all found out, that being online was actually a huge part of being connected to each other. From 2020, but still now onwards, everything has to be online. So it was a need before, but that need was amplified, during that point. So that would probably be a great example. The cost of living crisis is keeping a lot of us up at night. It's a crisis that's affecting everyone. Even people who would normally be considered, fairly, doing okay, but actually for the people that are with the least amount of income, the cost of living crisis is going to really hit hard for a lot of people, and a lot of people that aspire support. So that is possibly the biggest issue that's coming up for us. So every business and organisation, so any business or educational institution will be able to get involved with their local communities. There's no organisation that operates on a desert island with employees that aren't affected, or that aren't living within their communities. They're all part of this network of our local network. And businesses and organisations can do that through, say, engaging with the Team Oxford project to volunteer their time with charities and non-profit organisations. They can, they can get involved. There's no organisation as a single island. They're all part of this community, and they can all get involved through Aspire, through Team Oxford, through Hire to Inspire.